Someone told you that you are too much. Maybe they did not use those exact words. Maybe they said, "You are too sensitive. You are too emotional. You care too much. You love too hard. You feel too deeply. You are too intense." And somewhere along the way, you believed them, and you started making yourself smaller. Stay with me, because what I am about to tell you is something you should have heard a long time ago. You know exactly what I am talking about. The moment you started editing yourself before speaking, holding back the full version of what you felt, because last time it was too much for the room. The moment you started laughing quieter, loving more carefully, feeling things, but hiding them so you would not make anyone uncomfortable. The moment you started fitting yourself into spaces that were never built for someone like you, and telling yourself, maybe they are right, maybe I am just too much. And the more you shrank, the more you lost of yourself, until one day you looked in the mirror and barely recognized the quiet, careful, small version of who you used to be. Let me ask you something important. Who told you that you were too much? Because I want you to think carefully about the kind of person who tells someone else that they are too much. It is almost never someone who is full themselves. It is almost never someone who loves deeply and feels deeply and lives fully. The people who tell you that you are too much are almost always people who are too little capacity for real emotion, too little depth to meet yours, too little space inside themselves to hold what you carry, and rather than acknowledge their own limitation, they handed you label too much, as if the problem was the size of your heart and not the size of their container. Here is what nobody told you about being too much. When someone says, "You are too much," what they are really saying is, "You are too much for me," not too much in general, not too much for the world, not too much for the right people, much for them specifically. And that is not your problem to fix. That is theirs. Your sensitivity is not a flaw, it is a gift. In the wrong hands, your depth is not a burden, it is a treasure. In the wrong room, your intensity is not a disorder, it is a superpower that the wrong people mistook for a threat. Because people who are not used to real are always uncomfortable around it, and their discomfort is not your responsibility. Manage. This is the truth. That will change everything. If you let it, you are not too much. You were just in the wrong room, with the wrong people, in the wrong spaces, around people who were not built for that level of real. Think about it. Have you ever been in a room where you did not have to shrink, where you said something deeply felt, and instead of someone shifting uncomfortably, they leaned in, where you loved fully, and someone loved you back at the same level, where your intensity was not something people tolerated, but something they welcomed? If you have felt that, even once, you already know the truth. You were never too much. You were just, finally, in the right room. Every time you make yourself smaller to fit into a space that was not made for you, you are betraying the most important person in your life, yourself. You were not created to be comfortable for people who cannot handle real. You were not designed to edit your feelings so that shallow spaces feel less exposed. You were not put here to be the version of yourself that makes the least amount of people uncomfortable. You were put here to be fully, completely, unapologetically, all of it, the depth, the sensitivity, the intensity, the love that fills the whole room, the feelings that run deeper than most, the way you care, like caring costs you nothing, even when it costs you everything. All of it, that is not too much. That is exactly enough. That is precisely what you were made to be. Here is what happens when you stop shrinking. The wrong people pull away, not dramatically, not with a big argument. They simply cannot stay in the presence of someone who has stopped apologizing for who they are. And the right people start arriving, not people who tolerate your depth, people who were waiting for it, not people who manage your sensitivity, people who share it, not people who find your love overwhelming, people who finally feel met. And when you meet those people, you will understand something profound. You were never too much. You were just surrounded by people who had never experienced anything like you before and did not know what to do with something that real. So I want to say this directly to the person who has been carrying the label much for far too long. You are not too much. You never were. You are exactly the right amount for the right people, and the right people are not overwhelmed by you. They are relieved by you. They are finally home. So stop shrinking. Stop editing. Stop making yourself smaller so that people who were never meant to stay feel more comfortable on their way out. Take up your full space. Love at your full volume. Feel at your full depth. And trust that somewhere the right people are looking for someone exactly like you. Not a smaller version. Not a quieter version. Not a more manageable version. All of you. Every single, beautiful, overwhelming, extraordinary, much bit of you.